An unlikely accompaniment to certain fish is actually watermelon. Salads with watermelon, it's a lovely ingredient, and it's just for a snack or bringing into making things really interesting. Now what I'm going to use in this dish is some lovely freshly caught swordfish. Was just caught off the Irish coast there yesterday. It's again lovely meaty fish. With the bigger fish, again, you shouldn't be incorporating these all the time in your diet. They're special occasion fish. There are certain issues with mercury and things which is naturally present in seawater, accumulates in these guys. So, but as a treat, they're lovely. But again, this dish will work with a piece of mackerel, herrings, anything at all really. It's just, again, playing around with different types of fish. But it's lovely to get a bit of swordfish now and again and just have something a little bit different. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, just wash my hands there. What I'm going to do is make a very, very simple little salad. I've pre-cut a few radishes, and I'm just going to pop those into a bowl. And then what I'm going to do is just take my watermelon, plenty of it, and just chop that into some nice chunks. And again, you can be as generous with watermelon as you want, especially when it's in season and you can get these nice, really good quality watermelons. Sometimes in the winter time when they're out of season, you get things and they just taste more like bowling balls. So anyway, I'm just going to chop this watermelon into nice big chunks. Any old way, you don't have to be kind of chefy or meticulous about this one. What I find is the radish kind of gives a nice complement to the kind of sweetness. It gives a nice texture and complement. And then what I'm going to do is dress this with just a little bit of good quality balsamic vinegar. Watermelons in with the radish. I'm not going to add salt or anything with this. Just literally toss it around because it needs very, very little. But the sweetness of the watermelon, the radish brings a little bit of texture in there and interest. And then a drizzle of balsamic vinegar over the whole thing. About 2 tablespoons thereabouts. You know, you don't need much more than that. And let that sit there for a little while and you'll get this lovely, almost like a sweet and sour sauce kind of effect. You know, it really does work really good. Don't add salt or anything like that into it. Just literally just like that. Then, just going to put that one aside, and then I'm going to very quickly make a dressing. Just to kind of drizzle over this whole thing. And what I'm going to do here is use passion fruits. I've got 2 passion fruits. Just going to take the pulp out of the passion fruit. Again, it's one that you don't really associate with fish, but again, any fruits that have lovely distinctive flavours tend to go well with seafood, especially keeping things nice and fresh. I've got the juice and zest of 1 lime in there with the passion fruit, just to bring a bit of acid into that. Pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and about 30-40 ml or about 4 tablespoons of a good olive oil. Now you have a very, very simple little passion fruit dressing. And one thing I'm going to do with my watermelon salad here as well, which I forgot to do there, is I have a little bunch of fresh mint, because I find it's all about getting that kind of balance. You have the acid from a good balsamic vinegar, the sweetness for a watermelon, the texture coming in from the radish, and then you have the freshness coming in from the mint. So you have a really nicely balanced little kind of a salad. And I like to make this a little bit in advance of cooking it, you know, about 10-15 minutes in advance, no more than that. And that way you're going to get the everything nice and clean. You know, you're going to get the kind of the infusion, but not kind of dying a little bit as well. You kind of want it to be served just at that prime moment. So there's our little watermelon, mint and radish salad. And again, really interesting kind of flavour combination. And I'm going to just wilt down a little bit of chard, and then on with cooking my my little piece of swordfish. Now with the swordfish as well, a good thing to do, that's just what I wanted there, kind of the citrusiness of the lime, and you know, the interest of the passion fruit, which is kind of an unexpected flavour. I'm going to just lightly salt and pepper these. And I could use coconut oil, but it's not good. I'm using so little oil, about half a teaspoon. I'm just going to rub a little bit of oil directly onto the fish because I'm going to cook these on a grill pan. Just get a nice kind of scoring on them. So, it's pretty much everything ready to go. So it's on with cook the fish and serve it up. So to cook this little dish, again, my swordfish, absolutely lovely, just lightly oiled, grill pan, get it nice and hot. Everything ready to go here. I have my little watermelon and radish salad, as you can see. Really interesting flavour combination. And again, even that juice that's coming out there with mixing with the balsamic, it's just gorgeous. And then just to get that tropical notes in there, there's my little balsamic dressing as well, or not, my passion fruit and lime and olive dressing as well. So all I need to do now is take my swordfish, pop it on the grill pan. Again, I've oiled the fish, not the pan. And when you pop it on the pan, try avoid moving the fish because you want to get a nice grill mark. Now I have to move it because it's sitting properly. And swordfish again is one of those fish that are nice served on the rare side if that's what you like. Or again, your own preference, you can cook it a little bit more well done. But bearing in mind that those omega-3s are quite heat sensitive, and the more rare side tends to give you a much better quality of omega-3s. So allowing that fish just to cook nice and gently there, I'm just going to flick one of these guys over. And then the other one, and as you can see, you don't want to get a big, you just get that lovely, by not moving it around much, you get that lovely grill mark onto the fish. I'm just going to put those to one side of this pan, even with a grill pan, and I'm just going to lightly take my chard or spinach. Now you could do this in a separate pan, but I'm just being lazy. And I'm just going to pop my chard and just let that wilt down on this pan. I'm just doing this like this for the simple reason that I don't want to wash 2 pans. But again, you could just as easily put 2 pans. Onto that chard also, just going to give a little sprinkling of salt. And then you can just nice and gently just move it around. This is baby chard as well. And it's going to cook very quickly. If I was using an older chard, I would in fact just use a separate pan. But I find on the grill pan, it just saves me having to use 2. Now I'm going to cook one of these on the rare side, one a little bit more on the well done side. So, with the one on the little rare side, what I'm going to do is just very quickly show you how to serve this one up now. Because for me, that fish is cooked. It's cooked, I'd say I've done on the, to get it to the rare side, about 3 minutes aside, thereabouts. But as you can see, just lovely with that little bit of greens just kind of cooking in through the fish. Very simple little dish. And there's a lot of residual heat in that pan, so you don't have to worry about the fish overcooking or anything either. So what I'm going to do now is just put that aside. That's
that's just cooking away there, and let that, while the fish is standing. I'm just going to very quickly serve this one up. So, take a little bit of my chard, which is just nicely wilted, as you can see. Wilts down very easily, there's no work to this at all. So what I'm going to do is take some of my nice watermelon salad. I'm going to put the chard around whatever way. You know, you could do it all separately on the plate, or just do it the way I'm doing it. I'm kind of making presentations up a little bit as I go along. But I like a little bit of fish atop the watermelon salad. But you don't have to do it like that at all. You could keep everything completely separate. And I'm going to just take my little piece of swordfish. I'm just going to chop it in half just to show the inside of it. And there we go. Lovely, nicely cooked there. For me, I like that kind of nice little bit of rareness in the fish, as you can see there yourself. Again, very, very forgiving, easy type of fish to cook. And then finally, that little passion fruit dressing. Just going to drizzle the passion fruit all over the place. Just to add that little bit of interest into the dish. Pinch of pepper. And that's it. Simple as. No point in getting more complicated than it needs to be. Our little swordfish, watermelon salad, wilted chard.